We're not going to be wearing this tie-dye project. Our cushions are. So here's what you need. Some pre-washed velvet, fabric dye, rubber bands, latex gloves, garbage bags, a drying rack, and squeeze bottles. So Erin is back now to show us how to take a regular old velvet cushion cover and turn it into something, oh, that looks so good, unique and special. How do we start, Erin?
So really the deal is you're actually going to be making the whole cushion, but you actually brought up something interesting. You actually could buy a pre-made cushion and do this, which is much easier than doing all of the sewing. So let's get into what you actually need if you are going to do it from scratch. So you need to make sure it's 100% cotton velvet, and that's the reason is because you want to make sure that the dye really works well. If you went with something that was a mix in man-made fibers, it wouldn't get the same kind of intensity of color. So what we've got here is we've got this is the result, really fun. We've got pre-washed cotton velvet, white or a light color, and then you are going to wash it in advance to make sure it's nice and clean and has all of the sizing and finishing taken out of it. Bring it out damp onto a counter with a plastic cover on the top. You've got your pre-mixed dyes here set aside that you are going to carefully use momentarily, and you want to make sure your surfaces are all covered in plastic as well. You are really going to start scrunching this, and then the elastic is going to go on. So probably when I was doing this and I had a bit more time, I would probably take around a good 10 minutes or so and do lots both sides. Then it goes onto a stainless steel rack. And once it's all scrunched up, you're going to take your dye carefully with rubber gloves on. Not like me right now. I'm going a bit wild and crazy. You're going to start doing sections of the color. And because the fabric is actually moist and damp, it really does pull the color in very, very well. So if you do sections one by one, leaving a little bit of space in between each one, then you're going to be able to get a great kind of marble design afterwards. So I'm using 3 colors here, but you really can have fun and play around with it. And I found this great kit from GS Dye, which has everything in it, including the squeeze bottles, to make it very, very easy. So you've done one side. You're then going to flip it over and do the other side. There we go, a couple of squirts on there, and I'm going to give you the instructions afterwards. So once this is complete and you think you have enough color on here, this needs to hang up to dry, and then you need to press it to actually finish it afterwards, and that will set the color. And then you end up with a big piece of fabric like this. And you've got really a great array of different patterns in here that you could pick out a great section for your square front and the easy pieces for the back. I didn't use a zipper this time. I actually did a very, very easy, quick sewing job and just did a kind of an envelope finish on the back here, just so easy because I'm lazy that way. But you can have fun with it. Practice makes perfect. The more you do, the more fun you're going to have. And I just love the way that the actual color goes right into the velvet and gives it a really, really fun, intense look.
You did a really good job, and I love that you did such a big swath of fabric, so that way you can pick and choose the area that you want to play with. So really good job on that.